Well, this afternoon, an unprecedented sight in the skies of Myrtle Beach. A massive balloon the federal government says was sent by China to spy on the United States shot down. Its debris plunging tens of thousands of feet into the ocean, spreading across an area of 7 miles. And now tonight, in its downfall, come new threats from China. And thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jane Monreal. The balloon has captured the attention of the nation for the past several days as it floated across the continental U.S. For some, it sparked fear. For many, curiosity. Many just wondering why it was here to begin with. Defense officials say the balloon first entered U.S. airspace through the Aleutian Islands of Alaska, then making its way in western Canada, then back into the U.S., being sighted Wednesday in Montana. Well, after its first sighting, it was traveling southwest with sightings in South Dakota, Nebraska, Kansas, and Missouri from Wednesday to Friday. The balloon on due course for the Carolinas. It was early this morning when that balloon was found over Asheville, eventually making its way right here in the Charlotte area. It could be seen in Lancaster, South Carolina, then arriving to Myrtle Beach, where military aircraft were standing by to shoot it down. Many wondering why the balloon wasn't shot down when it was first spotted. And after authorities found out it was from China. President Biden saying today he actually gave the orders to shoot it down when it was first spotted on Wednesday, but only when the military was sure nobody would be hurt.
I ordered the Pentagon to shoot it down on Wednesday as soon as possible. They decided, without doing damage to anyone on the ground, they decided that the best time to do that was as it got over water outside within the 12-mile limit. They successfully took it down, and I want to compliment our aviators who did it, and we'll have more to report on this a little later.
China has since insisted that the flyover was an accident, not a deliberate spy attempt. They say it involved a weather balloon that belonged to a civilian. When it was shot down, China criticized the U.S. for what it called an obvious overreaction and a serious violation of international practice, and that it reserves the right to take further actions. Well, today, some people all over the Carolinas were staring up in the sky in wonder as the balloon floated overhead, many taking to social media with questions. WCNC Charlotte's Austin Walker live in studio now. Austin, you spoke to experts with the hopes to find answers.
Yeah, a whole lot of questions circulated about this balloon all day today. It traveled across the world, and it was a sight to see, absolutely, but it left a lot of people perplexed, including our nation's leaders. This mysterious balloon causing quite the controversy Saturday, taken down. U.S. military fighter jets firing missiles off the coast of South Carolina, a sight not normally seen on American soil.
But it has been fun to speculate, and certainly fun to watch it traverse across the United States.
Social media lighting up with confusion throughout the day. You guys had a lot to say, seeing it in Charlotte, Gastonia, Hickory. Our own Brad Panovich even seeing it in his own backyard. Through the spectacle, fears of a Chinese spy balloon swirled. In response, the FAA grounding all flights in and out of Wilmington, Myrtle Beach, and Charleston international airports. Some pointing out it looks like a weather balloon, commonly used to check pressure and wind speed. To seek a better understanding, we spoke with Evan Fisher, someone with a background in this.
Your typical weather balloon that I was just describing doesn't last all that long.
But this one is different, saying it could be a stratospheric balloon.
It's moved from, well, China originally all the way across the Pacific to Montana and here, so it has traveled thousands of miles, which your typical weather balloon that a National Weather Service office might launch, it could never travel that far.
Some have criticized the U.S. government for not shooting it down earlier, saying they were going to take it into their own hands with their own gun. Departments across the Carolinas pleading with people to not shoot at the balloon.
Did they receive proper training?
A response by Rashida Giddens, a firearm instructor with Shoot Your Shot firearm training in Charlotte. She says shooting up into the sky is one of the worst things someone could do.
Although the bullet does not come down with the same velocity that it went up, there is still the opportunity for it to pierce skin, cause injury, and possibly death.
The U.S. Pentagon releasing the balloon was hovering at around 60,000 feet, double of what a commercial plane flies. Giddens says even if you wanted to take it down, you couldn't. And as it hits the ground, more questions unfold where the actual pieces of this mystery will end up.
Now, since it was shot down on the coast of Myrtle Beach, officials say fragments could end up in that area. So if you see anything that looks like white pieces or something like that, you're asked, don't touch it, call the authorities. In the studio tonight, Austin Walker, WCNC Charlotte.